News 46 is brought to you by Golden Casino Group, where you'll always find great fun, good food, and fantastic entertainment, all at Gold Town, Lakeside, and the Pahrump Nugget. News is also brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Call 727-9900 today for your free consultation. If you need a lawyer, you need Nelson.
Tonight on News 46, Nye County releases a statement regarding Yucca Mountain.
Valley Electric board members, candidates meet the public.
And a golf tournament is held for No to Abuse. News 46 starts now.
You're watching KPVM News 46 with Zach Reinert and Eunette Gentry. Local coverage from Deanna O'Donnell. News 46. Local coverage you can count on.
Good evening. It's Thursday, March 16th, 2017. I'm Zach Reinert.
And I'm Eunette Gentry for News 46.
President Trump has put $120 million in his budget to begin the hearings regarding the closed Yucca Mountain nuclear waste repository located here in Nye County. Nye County Commissioner Dan Shinhoffen says we couldn't be more pleased. The commissioners say they want to see the science on Yucca Mountain. Then they say they will be able to make an educated decision on the future of the site. Shinhoffen stopped by our studios today to explain.
Yeah, we couldn't be more pleased that this administration has decided to follow the rule of law and not allow political science to trump nuclear science and allow the hearings and the licensing to continue. So $120 million has been set aside in that budget for a continuing licensing process for Yucca Mountain and for a robust, they say, interim storage program. And we're happy with both, provided we finally get to hear the science on Yucca Mountain. Now, the press already has been framing everything in Harry Reid's speech, which is it's a boondoggle, it's dead, it's a dump. We don't want to be the nation's dump site. And for those who think that this is a dump site, it's called a repository for a reason, so we can retrieve the waste. I can show you 2 nuclear dump waste sites here in our county. Area 5's one that's even closer to the Strip than Yucca Mountain. And the state has already agreed, and they're already putting U-233-35, which is uranium-233-35. It's fissile material. It means it's used in bombs. It's as hot as anything that would go into Yucca Mountain, and the state agreed that it was safe to put them in shallow trenches in Area 5. But they continue to say Yucca Mountain's not safe. And what we have asked for and continue to ask for is let the science speak. After 35 years and $15 billion, the state, the people here in this state, and the nation deserve an answer. Is it safe?
So is Area 5 still being used right now?
Oh, yeah. Area 5's, they take low-level waste there, and you got to understand the difference between low and high-level waste is not how hot it is, it's where it's generated from, whether it was from a military source or a research source, or high-level waste, which is spent fuel. And that's what would go into Yucca Mountain, would be spent fuel, and only about 10% of it's spent. So if we were smart in the state, we would negotiate with the feds and DOE to say, set up a reprocessing, recycling, donate to our colleges. We could be world-class colleges on how to deal with spent nuclear fuel.
So Nye County has always kind of been pro-Yucca Mountain, hasn't it?
We have never advocated for Yucca Mountain at any cost. What we have advocated for is the rule of law and that the science be heard. Now, the state has scientists that tell them it's not safe. We have scientists that tell us it is safe, and I'm not a nuclear scientist, and I don't think the governor is. And therefore, the law calls out that the NRC should do that. And in 2010, the licensing had begun. We were going to finally hear the science, and that's when the biggest boondoggle happened. Harry Reid got the funding cut. So he used all his political clout to cut a multi-billion-dollar, multi-generational public works project that would benefit particularly the rural counties, help us with EMS services and all the other things that we desperately need. And he cut those funds, and we lost 2,500 high-paying jobs. So we're asking that the state would pony up, and let's hear their 218 contentions. We welcome them to be heard. We want to know it's safe. My grandchildren live here. And if it is proven to be safe, why would we say no to a multi-billion-dollar, multi-generational public works project?
Valley Electric Association held a meeting last night for members to find out more about the candidates who are seating in their executive board soon.
Well, we had a candidates forum, so we had all 4 candidates for District 6, which is North Pahrump, which includes everybody north of the highway. And we just went through a bunch of questions with them, tried to get some background, what they stand for, what they think of the cooperative, what they bring to the table in terms of community service, what their background is professionally, and just ask them. Folks asked them a lot of questions. We had a good turnout from folks in District 6, and they asked a lot of good questions. It was very impressive. We have obviously someone who, Mrs. Ward, who served on the school board. You have Dave Dawson, who's an incumbent. You have Mr. Hobson, who used to run a Christian bookstore, and you have Mr. Healy, who's an active CPA, an accountant here in town. As a matter of fact, he said he's very busy today because of it's tax season. But so it's quite a wide variety of skills that so people have a choice. They're 3-year terms, so each year we're electing 2 members. This year it's District 5 and 6, Sandy Valley and North Pahrump. Next year it'll be 2 more positions, and the year after that, so they cycle every 3 years. People in District 6 can vote up through the 23rd, which is the date of the district meeting right here at Valley Conference Center.
And so also, how do they vote?
They can vote. A lot of people already have voted. They got a ballot in the mail, send it back by mail. You can bring it into the cooperative. They still have a ballot. They can vote, bring it into the district meeting, or they can vote at the district meeting.
And then how do they find out more about these candidates if they didn't make it tonight? Is there some bios online?
Yes, the best way. They're online in the Rural Light, which is a monthly magazine. We have bios of all 4 of the candidates. It came out the first part of March, so that's probably the best way to get it.
For our listeners in Sandy Valley, when is the deadline for that?
The district meeting for Sandy Valley is next Tuesday. What is that, the 21st? So that's when their voting closes and their election will be.
For more information, they can go to bea.coop.
That's right.
Or give a call.
That's right.
727-5312.
Yes, I do think Valley Electric is a very crucial element of this community. And I think with my business acumen, hopefully that I can help it and help us move further ahead than they perhaps have so far. But I think they're certainly getting in the right direction.
If I'm elected, I will, I don't expect to be elected again because I don't want to make a career of this. I just want to help out and fix things so that we can all afford to live here in Pahrump.
So I have that connection that's needed. I understand how to make tough decisions that not everybody likes. And I understand the importance of doing the research and making the best decision for everybody.
I think we always have to have our members' interests at heart. We have to be transparent, which I hope that you see that we are. We have to understand what the facts are. We need to bring those facts forward as we make our decisions, no matter what program or project we may be working on.
A judge in Hawaii has now blocked President Donald Trump's revised travel ban hours before it was to take effect. This is the second time federal courts have stopped Trump's efforts to freeze immigration by refugees and citizens of some predominantly Muslim nations. The judge who stopped the ban this time rejects the government's claims that the travel ban is about national security. He believes it to be about discrimination.
More on Trump's decisions to cut funding and other national and local news after the break.